Hello, I'd like to welcome you to the 1/10th Off-Road World Championships here at TEMAC, Basildon, England. This is your chance to sit back and watch drivers from all over the world competing for the title of World Champion in both 2- and 4-wheel drive classes. Rory, how long have you been racing?
I've been racing for about 10 years now.
10 years. This is your 4th World Championships. How do you rate your chances this time?
Well, before they started, obviously we're into the 5th round of qualifying now, so before they started, I thought I had a pretty good chance. I would have probably done a final time, but I crashed, so I'm in the sea at the moment. Got 1 round left, and the track's pretty bumpy, but I think it's still possible to get in. So if I can get in, then I got a good chance.
So do you feel that you can better your time with the track conditions as they are?
It'll be very tough, but it is still possible, yeah.
Right. Whose style of driving did you follow when you first started racing?
When I first started, Jamie Booth was Britain's #1, and I mean he's still a very good driver. And I used to go to races where he was racing and just like adopt his kind of style. Obviously it developed into a style of my own since I've been like driving now for about 5 years in top level, so yeah, I've got my own style, I think now.
So you now think that you've surpassed your hero?
I wouldn't say surpassed, I'd say on a competitive level now, yeah. 1991 in Detroit. How do you feel your chances are at this event?
Well, right now, 2-wheel drive is just finishing up as far as qualifying goes, and I'm not in the final right now, but I have one more chance, and hopefully I can put a good run in the last round here and make it into the 2-wheel drive final. The last championship I won was a 4-wheel drive, so we don't start 4-wheel drive until Thursday, so hopefully, you know, if I don't make the final in 2-wheel drive, I can make it in 4-wheel drive and hopefully repeat.
Do you feel happier about the 4-wheel drive than the 2-wheel drive?
Well, the track's getting bumpier and bumpier, and I think everyone is really concerned about 4-wheel drive right now because 4-wheel drives don't take bumps as well as 2-wheel drive, and the track's deteriorating really quickly. So hopefully the bumps don't get too much deeper or bigger, and we can keep our 4-wheel drives on the ground and maybe not break them.
Right. Do you feel that your main opposition is going to be the weather or other drivers?
Actually, I think the weather would make it quite interesting. The only disadvantage to that would be if it rained during qualifying and then stopped. And for instance, if there was a day of rain and a day without rain, that the day without rain would probably be faster times, and the day with rain would probably be a waste of time as far as qualifying goes. But good experience for all of us. In America, we don't race in the rain. However, it does make things rather interesting, and I've done it before, and it was actually quite fun, but it's not a lot of fun working on the car afterwards.
No, that's true. What do you think of the track here at TEMAC?
I think they've done a really good job. The track started out in really good condition. It's deteriorating, and it's a little harder to go or to put in a fast time for, to make the final and qualifying. But as far as outdoor tracks go, I think the track has held up, reasonably well, and I think the layout is very good. It's a fun layout, and it's very challenging. It's high speed, it's bumpy, and it's unlike anything that we would race on in the States, but it's a good experience for us, so I think it's good for all of us. I enjoy it.
So you've enjoyed your fortnight here in Britain?
Oh yeah, I've been over here several times, and every time I come over I have a really good time and see a lot of friends that I don't get to see quite often enough, but overall the event's gone like clockwork as far as I'm concerned. The organization here and scrutineering and officialing and announcing and marshalling, everything has really gone first class, so I have to really commend them on a really good job.
Good, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're the 3 times winner of the two-wheel drive European Championships. How do you feel about your chances for this event for the World Champion?
Well, I'm in the final at the moment, and if the car's going well, then everybody's got as good a chance as anybody who's in there. So I don't know, it could go pretty good, could go bad. You never know until you're there.
Which do you prefer, two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
Two-wheel drive, I think. Yeah.
Like your two-wheel drive?
Yeah, it leans more towards two-wheel drive.
How do you see your future in radio control racing?
Obviously, I'd like to be world champion, but I just do it for fun mainly. It's more like a hobby than a sport, so I'm just doing my studies and things like that, and then this is, weekend work.
So, would you like to sort of like have a career as with a model shop or have a track or something like that?
I wouldn't like a model shop. I'd get bored of it then, I think, but maybe owning an indoor track or something like that. I'd like to do something like that, or something to do with it, but not a shop. Either R&D or something like that. I don't know. Right. I'd like to carry it on there.
Okay. Well, we wish you every luck for the A final and hope you win for us. Thank you. You've now completed your first leg of the A final. What is your position now?
今までの A ファイナルで自分のポジションはどうですか
7.
You are seventh.
Seventh position.
How confident are you now about the rest of the day for your racing?
あと残された日についてどういうふうに自信持ってますか？
そうですね。下の方から7位ですんで、かなり前にたくさんいますけれども、できるだけ絡み合わないように。
Above his position, there are many other drivers, competitors, so he will try to be involved in extra unnecessary conflicts against others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think of the TEMAC track compared with Japanese tracks?
日本のトラックと比べてここのテマックのトラックについてはどういうふうに思いますか？
日本のトラックはもう少し小さいコースですので、ここはかなり大きい、そして大きくてナローなトラックですので、かなり
Usually in Japan, trucks are a little bit smaller compared with here in UK. So also TEMAC truck is rather big, but truck or raceway is a little bit narrow. However, scale-wise larger, so he can enjoy very much.
So your tracks would be over 10 foot wide?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much.
Off-Road World Championship sponsored by Associated Electrics and Palmer. Would now like to introduce you to the drivers for the main A final. In pole position, sponsored by Losi, Trinity and Novak. From America, Joel Johnson. Sponsored by Losi, Lunsford and Novak. From America, Scott Brown. In third place on the grid, sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Proline and Yokomo. From America, Mark Pavides. In fourth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated, Reedy and Proline. From America, Matt Francis. Sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Team Orion and Peak Performance. From America, Carlos Gonzalez. In sixth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Kyle and KO. From Britain, Craig Drescher. In seventh place on the grid, sponsored by Yokomo, Associated, Novak and Reedy. From Japan, Masami Hirosaka. Sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Proline and Yokomo. From America, Brian Kinwald. In ninth place on the grid, sponsored by Losi, Trinity, Novak and Hobby Tracks. From America, John Kuntz. In 10th place on the grid, sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Novak and Yokomo. From America, Matt Ledger. The mechanics now out on the track. Carefully preparing the ground for the start of their cars. So we're here in race control.
Well, it's certainly a 10 second.
Stand by. Away they go. Good start from Joel Johnson, pole. And it's car 3 moving through. And then car 6, the Crow Drifter. Oh, a little bit of coming together there. Joel Johnson leads, followed by car number 3, Mark Pavinis, and then 4, Matt Francis. Into the hospitality turn around at the bunny hop. To come through the complete lap one, it's Joel Johnson in the lead. Followed by car 3, Mark Pavinis. And then car 4, Matt Francis. Craig Drescher moving up into 4th place, car number 6. Joel Johnson leads, Mark Pavinis 2nd. Under a lot of pressure now from Matt Francis. And problems for Mark Pavinis. So Matt Francis moves to 2nd. Joel Johnson well out in front now. Car number 1, Joel Johnson leads. 8th now, moving into 2nd place. Brian Kimball moves into 2nd. And 4, Matt Francis is back in 3rd place now. So Joel Johnson leads down the straight, followed by Brian Kimball, then Matt Francis, then car number 10, Matt Ledger. Here comes Joel then, past the race control, completes lap 3, Joel Johnson leads, Brian Kimball 2nd, under pressure from car number 4, Matt Francis, and then 3, Mark Pavinis, 9, John Coote, 7, Bahami Thirasaka, 6, Craig Drescher, 2, Scott Brown, 5, Carlos Gonzalez. At the back at the moment is car 10, Matt Ledger, I think. Oh, we've got trouble in the ditch, trouble in the base. The back of the field. Joel Johnson leads now. 5 seconds to lead for Joel Johnson. Sorry, check that. 1.5 seconds to lead for Joel Johnson. Brian Kimball in 2nd place. In 3rd place is Matt Francis from America. So America 1, 2, 3 at the moment. The Losi car, followed by the Associated. Two Associated then off in hot pursuit of the Losi car of Joel Johnson, car number 1. He leads off the terrace now. Coming up to halfway through the race. 2.5 minutes gone. Joel Johnson leads in the basin. Down the straight. Brian Kimball desperately trying to hang on and get that lead cut back. It's up to nearly 2 seconds now.
Ah, he's got him.
And he's cut it back slightly. The lead's cut back to under 1.5 seconds now for Brian Kimball, but he's under pressure from Matt Francis, car number 4. Craig Drescher moving up in 4th place now. And the battle is for 4th between Craig Drescher and car number 2, Scott Brown. Coming off the terrace now and into the basin. Craig Drescher in 4th, Scott Brown in 5th. They go off down the straight. Joel Johnson deflating the pace in the front, maintaining that lead at 1.8 seconds. Brian Kimball in 2nd place. And so an upset. Looking at the computer screen. Joel Johnson back in 2nd place now. Brian Kimball in the lead. Brian Kimball leads. Joel Johnson trying to play catch up now. Off the terrace they come. Into the basin. Brian Kimball leads. Joel Johnson in 2nd place. This is a reverse of the practice final. Round the hospitality turn. It's still Brian Kimball from Joel Johnson, car number 4. And a mistake from Brian. So Joel right up behind him now. We've got a race on our hands. Joel goes up onto the terrace, goes wide, tries to come back inside, up the road. Brian drops down, Joel drops down. They come through the S, into the basin, down the straight again. Brian Kimball leads, Joel Johnson 2nd. Still Brian Kimball in front as they come to the hairpin. Round past race control. Away they go up onto the terrace. Joel Johnson right on the back of Brian Kimball now. He's going for the inside, he goes for the inside. And he makes it, Joel Johnson goes through into the lead. Brian Kimball sits wide and Joel Johnson takes it. Down the straight, Brian's going for it. Into the hospitality turn. Joel goes wide, Brian can't take advantage. Down to the hairpin, Joel Johnson still leads. We've got 10 seconds left in the race. I think this will be their last lap. It's all down to this now. Joel Johnson leads. Brian Kimball in 2nd place. Finishing time, drivers. We're watching the lead. It's Joel Johnson in the basin, followed by Brian Kimball. Down the straight they go. Brian's got the horsepower. Close over the jump. You're all finishing drivers, just pull off. So Joel Jackson wins it. 2:7:05 to finish. 2:7:05 to finish. That's it, race over drivers, race over. Well done Joel Johnson and Brian Kimball, a superb start to the 3 legs of the A final.
Everybody got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Stand by. We've got a flyer. Car 3's a flyer. It's only 2 channel controls, so there's no error on there. So KW Morey takes the lead. Car number 1 from pole position. From South Africa, KW Morey takes the lead. Right, 45 seconds to go, and over the lead goes the leader. Car number 4, Andrew Burgess from New Zealand. In hot pursuit now, we've got Marcel van der Croft of Holland and KW Morey from South Africa. Cars 2 and 1. A change of position there, so car number 1 goes into 2nd place. Car number 2 in 3rd now, but the leader is still car number 4. Oh, and he's made a big mistake up on the terrace, and he's lost the lead. He's only got 15 seconds to go, and he's lost the lead. So it's KW Morey, car number 1 from South Africa, who leads. 10 seconds to go. Are they going to get another lap in, or is this going to be the last one? 5 seconds to go. Can they get round and cross the line? I don't think they're going to make it. This is it. This is the winner. Car 1 wins. 4 finished. 2 finished. 8 finished.
Crafty moves, Graham. I did. Different team.
Stand by. Away they go. Good start from pole position there. Durant allowed France. He's got 4 on the ropes already. So it's 2 taking the lead. Jolene Hewer from South Africa, car number 2. Hotly pursued by a car that hasn't got the numbers in the correct place. I hope his transponder works, otherwise he won't get any laps however hard he drives. Brad Hall in lead, so going to be a result for the Kiwis this time, if he can stay where he is. Missed out in the last final, but it looks like the Kiwis are going to blitz him this time. Oh, and a big accident with Kurt Bale up on the terrace, so Jolene Hewer is safe now in 2nd place. But Brad Horgan leads down the straights. Jolene Hewer in 2nd place. Kurt Bale 3rd. Louis Smith is 4th now, car 9, then it's 4, 1, 8, 5 and 10. Finishing times, drivers. 2 has finished, 2 finished, 9 finished, 4 finished, 8 finished. So it's still 3 and 6 out on the track. 17.5p to you. 3 and 6 out on the track. Everybody finishing now. We're waiting for our winner. Here he comes. Big round of applause for the winner of the end final from New Zealand, Brad Horgan. 6 to finish. Attention please, attention. Will all drivers please make sure you take your car back to scrutineering after your final. All cars must return to scrutineering after your final. Thank you. Away they go. So the first row of the grid, 1 and 2 got away well. 2's in all, 1 slid wide there, but hit back in the traffic. Nice manoeuvre from Jason Domain. Alright, we've got 5 seconds left to go. Chris Moore gets the extra lap in. 82 have finished. 82 you've finished. 1 finished. So Chris Moore's going to win it. Yippee for Chris. 3 finished. 9 finished. 10 finished. I dropped all that yelling. I think Chris will probably come down and pop me on the nose now. 7 finished. Put him off his drive. 5 finished. 6 finished. 4 finished. Big round of applause for my hero, Chris Moore.
Come on. Graham, I'll have a coffee with that. I'll take it. I've got to stay off last time.
Stand by.
It's done 40 times. One that's 7, I think. 7? Yeah,
Right, we've got our first jump start of the finals then. Car number 7, a 1 lap penalty for a jump start. 1 lap, jump start, car number 7. Round past race control, it's number 4, Jeff Whitman from America. And he's lead now back 2.5 seconds over Kayanori Massey, so Kayanori catching up now. Car number 3 starting to catch up. Oh, and a big mistake from Jeff Whitman in the S-bend. So Kayanori Massey trying to get through the basin with the rolled car, he's done it. Kayanori Massey leads. This is the last lap, drivers, you're finishing. So it's all down to these last few turns. Jeff Whitman going for the inside, doesn't make it. Oh, and Kayanori hits the rope, so Jeff's going to win it. 10 finished, 1 finished, 8 finished, 4 finished, 6 finished, 3 finished, 5 finished, 9 finished, 2 finished, 7 finished. That's it, race over. A big round of applause to your winner, Jeff Whitman.
Number 1. 2.
We don't have a hold up here, Dave. We're sticking to the programme. 2 minutes to the start of the L final. 2 minutes. Check. K final. That's better, isn't it? 2 minutes to start the K final. Stand by. Away they go. So we're without the pole man, Scott Rister. Taking the lead then is car number 3, Nicholas Lundstrom from Sweden. Behind him we've got car number 2, Tatsui Senpai from Japan. Right up in the hairpin. Nicholas puts the power down. Goes out across the terrace and there's a coming together. Always a coming together, but the orders remains the same. 3 ahead of 7. Into the base. This is it. This is the last few corners. You're going to do it. Do it now, Alessandro. 5 finished. 4 finished. Here they come. Nicholas has done it. 7 finished. 3 finished. 7 finished. 8 finished. 2 finished. 9 finished. Okay, that's it, drivers. Race over. Big round of applause for your winner then, Nicholas Lundstrom. Stand by.
Started a half hour late. Found the radio problem.
Away we go.
So, I think we need to tell Peter. What number was that? 6?
That's it, race over, drivers. Thank you very much. A big round of applause for the winner then. From Greece, Nikos Splounas. Stand by. Away they go. So the track conditions changing completely now as the British weather becomes very British.
This would lead in the rain now. It is rain, we have to do that.
The winner of that is car number 2 from America, Brad Wells.
Hello Alan, how long have you been involved in model cars?
Well, quite a long time, but as editor of the magazine about 6 years. Actually racing myself probably about 10 or 12 years. but I've seen the magazine over the last 6 years, which has seen model cars really grow in popularity. From when I took over, we had literally 13,000 readers, to our high point is literally 50,000 copies of the magazine going out regularly each month, which is
circulation.
Yeah, it's a good circulation, but it's good, and it proves to people perhaps don't know much about model car racing that this is a serious business. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of pounds in development of cars and hundreds of clubs in the country, and now a very popular magazine as well to back up the sport. So it means that model car racing's here to stay, I think.
And you, I believe, are the editor of Model Car magazine?
Yeah, there's 2 magazines available. Model Cars is well known as being the leader and the best-selling. It's been around in various forms since 1958, mainly for slot racing obviously in those days, and now with the boom of radio control model car racing it's taken over and taken that route. And Argus published many magazines, but the Model Cars one is one of the most successful, and it follows the sport, reports on the racing, to the club scenes, to all the new products, variously anything to do with the sport, and we're very proud to be a sponsor of the meeting.
How do you see the popularity of model cars reflected in your magazine? Is it showing that it is increasing?
Well, I think we have a lot of fads over the years, especially in this country. Probably we follow the United States, but there's skateboarding and BMXing and stuff, and they come and go. Model cars has just generally always just continued to gather more people, more participants. The magazine circulation proves that, in that it's gradually creeping up all the time, and there's a lot of businesses out there also involved in model cars. So I'd like to think that model car racing is going somewhere and becoming more popular, and sites like this at TEMAC, with the help of Associated, Palmer and Tamir, are making the difference.
Right, thank you very much.
No problem.
Have 2 minutes, I think. We'll have 2 minutes to the start of the second leg of the A final. Brian Kimball, third, Scott Brown. All please to be absolutely quiet. Stand by. Away we go then. Joel Johnson gets a good start. They're all massing behind him, and it's been an accident. Joel's got a bit of a lead. And it's 5-3 coming through, and then 6. Carlos Gonzalez, Mark Levine, Craig Drescher. Carlos Gonzalez right up behind Joel Johnson and going through. Carlos Gonzalez takes the lead. Only temporarily though. Joel's got his back, and it's Mark Levine up behind him now.
We've got to allow a little bit because it's a big...
Craig Drescher is second, Joel Johnson's third, and now Brian Kimball's in there having a say. Mark Levine's coach on the jumps, and Brian Kimball takes the lead, Joel Johnson second. And it's Matt Ledger right up to the back in third place now. Mark Levine goes through in fourth. John Johnson fifth. So Brian Kimball leads. Well, what about that? Last time he was in front, it was only a mistake to put Joel back in there. So can Joel do anything about this? Brian Kimball leads. Joel Johnson second. And Matt Ledger in third place. All hell breaking out behind them. So Brian Kimball still in the lead then, followed by Joel Johnson. Matt Francis in third, Matt Ledger fourth, Mark Levine fifth. Here comes Brian Kimball. Over the dark line goes Brian. Here comes Joel Johnson. 2.5 seconds to lead now for Brian Kimball. Behind him we've got car number 4, Matt Francis. And then behind him car number 3, Mark Pavides, and then 10, Matt Ledger. All strung out behind these then. 10 and 3 having a right old go there, Matt Ledger and Mark Pavides. Matt Ledger gets it, Mark Pavides gets him back at the hospitality turn and over the bunny hop. But still Brian Kimball in front. Magnificent display for young Brian here. He was second, I remind you, in the first leg, and Joel Johnson was first, so it's going to reverse the positions if it stays like this. Brian Kimball, a big mistake from Brian, quickly marshalled. But that's allowed Joel to close up. Brian doesn't need any more mistakes like that. Joel in second place, he's under pressure now from car 4, Matt Francis. Matt Francis coming up behind him as they go onto the terrace. Matt with the inside line. Joel either very nervous or his car moving as good. Matt going for the inside. So Brian Kimwell leads then. Matt Francis all over the back of Joel Johnson. What can he do about it? Joel goes into the hospitality turn, swings it around pretty sharp there. Still can't shake off Matt Francis. So it's Brian Kimwell in front, car 8. Then Joel Johnson, car 1. And then Matt Francis, car 4. And they're actually slightly gaining on Brian Kimwell. Now the gap's down to just over a second. So they're beginning to haul him in. Brian's car looking really smooth and punchy in the infield. Now the guys sort of tiptoeing it round, but Brian Kimwell's car looks nice and safe in the infield. Got some legs down the straight as well, so you can understand why he's in the lead race. The car all round looking really good. Brian Kimwell leads, Joel Johnson second, Matt Francis third, under pressure now from car number 4 of 3, Mark Pavides. 3 goes through, Mark Pavides goes through. Lovely manoeuvre from Mark. Into the hospitality turn, Brian Kimwell leads still. So the race is on for third now between Mark Pavides and Matt Francis, cars 3 and 4. 40 seconds to go, 40 seconds to go. Brian Kimwell leads, Joel Johnson second. Oh, a mistake from Mark, that puts Matt Francis up to third. 30 seconds to go now, 30 seconds to go. Still Brian Kimwell in front, Joel Johnson in second. Matt Francis third, Mark Pavides fourth. In fifth it's Craig Drescher, 6th is Scott Brown, 7th Masami, Hirosaka, 8th Matt Ledger, 9th is John Coots and 10th is Carlos Gonzalez. Finishing times, drivers. Get that car off the money hop. Thank you. Leaders are coming round behind you 9. So Brian Kimwell's going to do it. Brian Kimwell wins. Don't finish, 9 minutes.
I have with me now Cecil Schumacher, who is one of our leading manufacturers of radio control cars. Cecil, are there many European manufacturers of these cars?
There are a few. I think it's safe to say we're quite the largest, and we employ 30 people in Northampton, and we enjoy very much making these cars for this marketplace.
Why are you competing in these championships?
Well, this is the big event in our racing activity. It's very important to us from a sales point of view. It's the World Championship, as you know, and it's very influential in in people's choice of which car they're going to buy to go racing with. So clearly, we have to be here, and I must say, you have to be here, but it's also a lot of fun being here. We enjoy it. The racing's very close. A lot of lovely people here that we've known for many years, and we just enjoy ourselves.
How do you see radio control cars in relation to, say, computer games?
Well, I guess they're the new thing on the horizon at the moment, but model cars have been around for many years, and I think that they are unbeatable in terms of the interest for young fellows, girls and boys, I must say, the way they can learn about simple mechanics, how to put a car together. They learn about electronics, about electricity, about friction and tyres, all the simple things that you would think are simple, but in fact can be quite complicated. And they learn to win races, they learn to lose races. It's a family sport. They go along with mother and father and sisters and brothers, and you see a wonderful atmosphere developing. And so I think it's a great family hobby, really.
So are you saying sort of the things that are involved in the cars, like gear ratios, can help them in their lessons with maths and make things more obvious for them that way?
Very much so, yes. If you were to close your eyes and stand in the pits of one of these important races, and even in the national series as well, you would hear a level of conversation that will be quite appropriate at Silverstone or at some major full-time raceway. These guys, they're talking about different damping oils, roll centres, tyre characteristics.
The race order
the list is endless.
Well, it is also a sport where it's keeping children involved and keeping them off the streets as well, because this is usually a weekend venue, is radio control car racing, isn't it?
Oh yes, the backbone of the hobby is weekend racing at club level all over the country. There are probably thousands of clubs around the country where you can go of a weekend, of a pleasant afternoon's racing, and you get the whole family involved, and it really is a delightful activity.
Sounds brilliant. Cecil, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fourth place.
Look at it.
Away we go then. The 8th final. And off from pole position goes Guy de Veer of Belgium. I think the Belgians are in. And that's it, race over drivers. Big round of applause for your winner, all around there.
Turn it on, Lobo!
And away they go. One lead. Hiro Yuki Matsumoto of Japan. That's 5 and 3 and 4. Arnold Collet, Darren Westman and Satoshi Maizumi, the leading cars. 3, 5 and 4. So it's getting a little bit slippery out there. Quincy Hughes the winner. How did Quincy go? Well, he got his pit, but it was an interesting line, not one the track would recommend. Final 3 minutes.
Still waiting for a clock, I think. That's good, that's good.
Stand by, drivers. In case you're wondering about that, they've all had the practice, so they should all know what's going on. 3 and 4 lead. Ellis Stafford from Britain and Lee Wright from Britain in the lead. Ellis Stafford leads car 3, followed by Lee Wright car 4, and then 5, Scott Hughes of America. Still David Leclerc for Belgium, number 8.
And 7, 1 left country. Jump start.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to the start of the D final. 2 minutes, please. Right, number 4. Stand by. Away they go. Now, 10 seconds, drivers, 10 seconds. Basildon in second place. We've got trouble down here, and it's taking our letter out in third place now. Problems to Derek Muratani. Derek Muratani, front three well spaced out. Finishing times, drivers. 9 finished, 4 finished. 7 finished. Ben, you haven't finished. Get across that bloody line. There's your damn well told. Steering, Dad, steering. 8 finished. 6 finished, 10 finished. 7. And 2 finished. Race over, a big round of applause for the winning.
Extremely cuddly gentleman I'm standing to now is George Land. George, can you tell us what you hope to achieve from this event as a company?
Well, our main hopes and ambitions for the event was to further the growth of the sport in the country and throughout the world by associate sponsorships of associating themselves to an event like this, showing that the racers, our own commitment to the hobby and the sport, bringing the countries and the nation and the racers together. Hopefully it will make the sport grow in the future.
What about as a hobby?
As a hobby, the hobby itself has got so much to offer everybody, from whether they're 6-year-old through to 56, 66 years of age. It doesn't matter. The hobby itself has got potential, which by achieving circuits such as this and events like this, we can show the growth potential that's there.
How is the meeting going so far?
Extremely well. With the organising body we got, with John Newton as the race director, Terry Wright as the main referee, people like Pete Winton and Joan Darwell in race control, and all the other people that are helping us. It's been a very successful meeting with everyone throughout the world very happy with what's gone on.
How do you see the future now for TEMAC after this event?
Well, obviously, with the World Championships taking place here, has helped us to generate the finance that's necessary to build this facility. With the completion of the on-road circuit at the back of the main rostrum within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think the potential growth for Britain for racing in both on-road and off-road is going to be extremely good.
George, thank you very much.
Thank you, dear.
The track provided here by the TEMAC Club, the event sponsored by Palmer International and Associated Electrics. I would now like to introduce you to the drivers who will decide the title two-wheel drive world champion. On pole position, sponsored by Losi, Trinity and Novak. From America, please welcome Joel Johnson. In second place on the grid, sponsored by Losi, Lunsford and Novak. From America, please welcome Scott Brown. In third place on the grid, sponsored by Associated Reedy, Proline and Yokomo. From America, please welcome Mark Pavides. In fourth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated Reedy and Proline. From America, please welcome Matt Francis. In fifth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated Reedy, Team Orion and Peak Performance. Please welcome from America, Carlos Gonzalez. In sixth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated Reedy, Kyle and KO. From Britain, please welcome Craig Drescher. Place on the grid, sponsored by Yokomo, Associated, Novak and Reedy. From Japan, please welcome Masami Hirosaka. In eighth place on the grid, sponsored by Associated, Reedy, Proline and Yokomo. From America, please welcome Brian Kinwald. In ninth place on the grid, sponsored by Losi, Trinity, Novak and Hobby Tracks. From America, please welcome John Kuntz. And in 10th place on the grid, sponsored by Associated Reedy, Novak and Yokomo. From America, Matt Ledger. These then are your drivers for the last leg of the A final. Stand by.
5 and 3.
Away they go.
5 and 3.
Trouble in the race, and Joel Johnson takes the lead. Where's Brian Kimball? Back in fifth at the minute. He's come up through from fifth before now, so fifth place is a good start for Brian Kimball. Joel Johnson leads. Car 5 in second place. We've got jump start penalties for cars 5 and 3. 10-second penalties for cars 5 and 3 for jump start. So Joel Johnson leads and Brian Kimwald has come right up into second place now. Car number 8 and then 6. Craig Drescher in third place. And 10. Matt Ledger in fourth. So Joel Johnson leads, Brian Kimwald in second place, Craig Drescher third, Matt Francis fourth. Sorry, Matt Ledger in fourth, wrong Matt. And then it's car number 5 with the penalty, Carlos Gonzalez. Joel Johnson leads. Brian Kimwald in second place. The gap is 2.4 seconds, and Craig Drescher in third place. I can't imagine Craig attempting to overtake Brian at this stage in the game, but we'll see what happens. And Joel Johnson, a big error for Joel. So Brian Kimwald leads. Craig Drescher in second. And Joel back in third place now. So Brian Kimwald leads. 8 leads. 6, Craig Drescher in second place. And then Joel Johnson's car 1. And then it's 5, Carlos Gonzalez in fourth place. And another mistake from Joel Johnson. He gets involved in the melee. So Brian Kimwald leads. Brian Kimwald leads. First is only good enough. Got to get a first place here, I think. Maybe second will do, but I can't see Craig trying to pass him now. First is so important to Brian Kimwald. Let's see what Craig does. In fact, second would do. He'd get it on the count back then. And I don't see Craig trying to make a move past here. Brian Kimwald leads. Craig Drescher second. 7 and 4 fighting out for third. It's Matt Francis and Masami Hirosaka. Masami Hirosaka featuring now in third place. Car number 7. And then car number 4, Matt Francis in fourth place. Here comes the leaders. Brian Kimwald leads. Car 6 of Craig Drescher in second place. And then it's Masami Hirosaka in third place. Matt Francis fourth. Joel Johnson's dropped back to 5th place now. So Brian Kimwald is sitting on the crown. He can reach out and touch it now. We've got 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in the race. And it's Brian Kimwald in the lead. And Craig Drescher now holding off Masami Hirosaka. Masami trying to get past Craig as they go up onto the terrace. Here he goes, across the terrace. Craig and Masami battling it out for second place. Still in the lead though is Brian Kimwald. Brian Kimwald from America leads, followed by Craig Drescher from Britain and Masami Hirosaka from Japan. Brian Kimwald leads and they're catching him up, hand over fist. They're catching on Brian Kimwald. Craig Drescher and Masami Hirosaka. Brian Kimwald trying to stay in the lead. Craig Drescher all over his gearbox now. Brian Kimwald leads. We've got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Brian Kimwald leads. Craig Drescher in second. Masami Hirosaka in third. I would be amazed if they try and pass him. He needs the first place. Second will do, but he needs the first. Masami leads. Check there. Brian Kimwald leads. Masami goes through in second place. Craig gets him back again. So Craig and Masami having a little race all of their own behind Brian Kimwald, the leader. Craig's got it in the moment in second place. Over the lead. Masami over the lead. Into the hospitality turn. We've got 25 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go. Brian Kimwald in the front. Craig Drescher second. Masami Hirosaka third. Craig and Masami battling it out on the terrace. 10 seconds to go. And Brian Kimwald's just got to finish this lap. And it's his. Providing his car for some scrutineering. Craig in second. Finishing times now, drivers. This is it. Craig goes right up behind Brian Kimwald. They're going to come in the RC turn 1, 2 and 3. There he goes. Brian Kimwald wins the new World Champion Touching the confirmation. Brian Kimwald. All finishing now, drivers.
Right, hi Brian, you seem to have a lot of success in this country. You won the Reedy in 1991 and now you've won this race.
Yeah.
How pleased are you about this race today?
Most happy I've ever been. Been working hard.
Yeah, you've done really well over here. What's your next target?
I guess four-wheel, I don't know. I mean, I guess four-wheel.
How do you rate your chances for that this weekend?
Hopefully pretty good. I mean, I got a lot of help with, Yokomo and Associated and Reedy and all the other sponsors, so it should be good.
How are your nerves?
Right now they're terrible.
Are you going to calm down a bit for Sunday?
Yeah.
Right. We wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.